name is Mohammad Ali Atassi. I am Syrian filmmaker, director of Bidayyat for audiovisual art. Bidayyat, it's a project that we started in 2012 in Beirut. At the time when the Arab uprising and mainly the Syrian uprising start, and a lot of Syrian young emerging artists arrived to Beirut. We saw that it's important to give support, but also training for young emerging Syrian artists. It was the time when a billion of images coming from Syria split everywhere in the world, and we felt as Syrian filmmaker and artists that we are not really presented via this kind of image, and we need to work on our own image and to have a kind of, if I can say, self-determination and a kind of different representation of ourselves. We start working with citizen journalists, but mainly with artists and filmmaker, young filmmaker, focusing on the personal approach, personal point of view. We try to deal with all this big idea about freedom, democracy, Arab uprising via the personal experience and the artistic point of view of each filmmaker. We start with working with Syrian emergent artists, but later on we open to the Palestinian and to the Lebanese young filmmaker in Beirut. We mainly work based in Beirut. We do training program, and we do in-house production, and we produce short movies, 5 to 6 by years, and we do in-house with feature long documentary film. I can talk about that later. With our training program, we do with our training program, we do what we call the intensive documentary workshop. We mainly do that with, in collaboration with the Scottish Documentary Institute. It's 7 months program with 3 to 4 intensive seance, session, exactly. 2 weeks, and in between we have mentoring and one-to-one and follow-up with the directors. We do that for 8 filmmakers from Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. We do open call and we select the project. We do also what we call input program, a training program, and skills program for editing and for sound and DOP. And we collaborate also with the Danish Cinema School and with the Scottish Documentary Institute. The problem that we faced when it comes to Syria and the Syrian filmmaker, that we don't have any cinema school and documentary cinema school in Syria. We have only Institute for Art, for theater, acting, but not for cinema. Then also the idea of this kind of the intensive long training program, it was to give the kind of alternative training and education program for the emergent filmmaker who are interested to continue in this field. And we open it later to the Palestinian and to the Lebanese, because also in Beirut we don't have any cinema school when it comes to the documentaries. This is we do mainly our program, our training in Beirut, but sometimes we do training also in Istanbul, like this one with Michel Khalife. And this is in Beirut, our the intensive program. It's we start by giving a kind of introduction to documentary cinema. We give some training with camera, sound, and editing, but mainly it's about storytelling and about learning how to tell the story and work with character. And also we give some introduction to some ethics issue when it comes to documentaries. This is kind of what we call the skills or input program that we did it for the Dutch filmmaker. We have also, we do a cinema club, cine club in Beirut every one time by month. It allows us also to be in the city and to reach large public and also to advise for our work and our training. And on our website, we try to publish a lot of articles about the issue of documentary, but mainly violence, image, and working in time of war. We try to open the debate about a lot of subject that is in the center of our preoccupations. And it's in Arabic and in English. We produce one documentary, long feature documentary film by year. Sometimes it took us 2 years to finish the film. And we work, as always, with emergent filmmaker, young filmmaker. We think that this is the way to give support, to allow them to continue in the field. Then usually it's always the first or the second film that they do. This is one of our films, Houses Without Door. It had her premiere, its premiere in Berlinale with Avo Gabrielian. As Children of the Camp, it was in the Vision de Réel in Switzerland. And Taste of Cement that we finished it last year, and it's earned a lot of prize everywhere in the world. It's interesting. I can a little bit, perhaps I can show a small trailer from Taste of Cement and talk a little bit about some challenge that we have in our work, because from the time what we start working with the Syrian filmmaker, but later with the Palestinian, the Lebanese, we face the dilemma that since 7 years, Syria, it was on top of the news, with a lot of stereotype image, but with our own work, we work with in the emergency time, with a scratch image, with pixel image, with a light material, low budget, and we earn a lot of visibility prize, but it was question always about can we produce films who, try to escape or counter this kind of the stereotype image of Syrian documentary films about war, about violence, etc. And with Taste of Cement, it was a real challenge for us, because it was the only film that we started from zero in Beirut, where there is no war zone, and we was able to prepare from development from A to Z. And at the end, because the filmmaker Ziad Kaltoum went to Berlin, we continued the production, and we did the co-production with a German producer. Then with the Taste of Cement, the challenge, it was really very aesthetic, but at the same time, we tried to focus on the issue of the Syrian worker in Beirut. I can show perhaps small.
صحيت.
Okay, the light.
ما قدرت أتحرك ولا أصرخ. كان بيتنا طامرني بتمي بأنفي بعيوني. ضلوا يحفروا يوم كامل ليوصلوا لي. ريحة الشمينتو لساتها براسي مع ريحة الموت. هربت، كان عتم، وفجأة لقيت حالي هون بحفرة تانية تحت الأرض.
يا قلبي وين هالكانة وحواليك
104
قال لي بس تبلش الحرب معمرجيه بيروحوا على بلد تاني خلص حرب، وبينطروا الحرب ببلدهم لتخلص ويرجعوا يعمروها. بعدني ناطر.
Now we are working since 2 years with this documentary. It's called The Desert Sahara. I hope that we finish the final cut in a couple of months. Yes, and it's about a group of artists. They was stuck in siege in Douma near Damascus in the Ghouta in their journey during 4 years. Then it took us two years of editing and working on the project. It's a huge project with 500 hours during 5 years, and we hope that we finish soon this film. We try always by choosing choosing theme socially or politically engaged, but as I say, from the very personal point of view. This is the Sahara project. This is our editing suite in Beirut. As I say, we do also short movies, 6 short movies by years, documentary, but also experimental. We do animations and stop motion films, and we try via this kind of film also to erase some issue regarding image, regarding some ethical issue, but also artistic issue. And the documentary dimension, it's always present, no matter if we work with animation, stop motion, or we work with storytelling and real characters. But this documentary, if I can say, preoccupation, is always in the middle of our work. This is one of our first films that we did it. It's called MIG. It's about the Yarmouk camp near Damascus. It was bombed by the Syrian aviation, the MiG. This one is the last one. It was shown in the Berlinale this year, Land of Dome. It's about the fall of Aleppo 1 year ago. This is love during the siege that we did it with a family in the south of Damascus under the siege. This is a rap song that we try to, I can't say it's a video clip because really we try via this video clip to document the everyday life of the people of Douma near Damascus. It's Aleppo. And this is the boy in the sea that it's an animation film. Perhaps I can show some, it's 4 minutes, but it's important for us. It starts when, if you remember this image of the Ilan, the Syrian boy, it was found dead on the beach in Turkey. And we was really shocked how this image was circulated everywhere and become a kind of iconic image. And we feel that nothing will change. And I remember at this time, it was, for a lot of people, it's clear that this image, iconic image, will change the reaction of the world regarding the refugees crisis, but also regarding the war in Syria. And we try to work on this story via the animation. I can show you just. Can I Reem? I still have 4 minutes to show. Okay. No. Sorry. Beside that, we really enjoy life in Beirut, but we work hard. Thank you.